share, and subscribe. Double tap, hit that like button. Listen, this full moon in Libra, crazy epiphanies. Really. Um, the full moon in Libra hit its peak last night, but the energy maintains its frequency, honestly, for the next couple weeks. But ultimately and most potently in the next couple days. So stay tuned. But man, this energy is bringing relationship dynamics, patterns, shit that you need to take heed to, take a closer look at in terms of relationship dynamics. Like, what the fuck is not working, basically. This is the type of shit that will spook the fuck out of you, because honestly, this energy will bring people's true colors to the forefront. Like, it is that type of pull, this full moon energy. And I know it took its peak last night, but for real, this energy is going to withstand, like I said, the energy that it possesses for a minute. And it's the energy of, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this, but too bad, bitch. Like, were you acting in integrity in your relationships or nah? That is literally the energy. For real. It is. It's like, what have you actually been doing? you know, underneath the surface, what is the bigger picture of what you have been subscribing to internally that has then translated externally into your relationship dynamics? What the fuck's been going on for real? So a lot of truths as far as who people actually are. I don't know if I said it in that way, but yeah, like truths as far as who people are, the way that people present themselves in relationships, the patterns that people continue to repeat in relationships. That's about to come to the motherfucking forefront in this bitch. That's about to make itself absolutely wholly clear. Yeah, like it or not. It's like people who are trying to suppress their true nature, like, that's not going to work in this full moon in Libra energy. It's like, yeah, come out wherever you are, bitch. You don't have a choice. Full moon in Libra. For real. That's the energy. So, like I said, it reached its peak last night around 10:30-ish Eastern Standard Time in the United States. But the energy is so... This energy is intense because people, like, I didn't even ask for the shit. And it's just everybody is exposing their colors, their true colors, as far as how they present in a relationship, like their true nature at its core. What do you bring? Like, what patterns are you continuing to repeat within dynamics that are fucking you up or other people? That's what Libra's all about: fairness, equality, and ensuring that that balance is brought to the forefront so that, you essentially can't front no more, bitch. Right? And I've seen that in this full moon in Libra energy, and I had to call some motherfuckers on they shit. They were spooked, to say the least, which makes sense because the full moon in Libra energy, I'm a Cancer, so we embody the full moon. The moon we live within the essence of, and so the energy, we kind of embody it. And man, talk about put people in their place with no motherfucking debate. That's what this full moon energy is about. NGL. Seriously. because it's all about facts. It's all about reality, truth, what you're trying to hide, integrity. You can't hide when integrity does a roll call. Yeah. You either are there or you ain't, bitch. That's the full moon in Libra. As far as truth goes, as far as balance, as far as meeting me where I'm at, that's the energy. And so people's true nature, essentially, how they actually truly operate, their true face, their true temperament in connections, and the imbalances within that are going to be absolutely pronounced. And people who are not fully healed or awakened, that shit is going to be triggered like a motherfucker in this energy. You're going to see people who are more low vibrational, really these patterns of whatever the fuck they're doing that's unhealed is going to come to the surface. It's going to be like undeniable. It's going to be undeniable. That's the energy. It's like you can't dispute it because it just is, and it'll make itself clear to you. Whether it be your own patterns in relationship dynamics or the patterns of other people, both, one or the other, depends on how healed you are or the other person is or not, you know? That's what's going to show its motherfucking face. You know, and it's not going to be like it's going to be just real, you know, raw. If it already has not happened, because I've definitely had some conversations where people have showed they motherfucking ass, and I had to be like, wow, that's you? And they're like, no, that's, and I'm like, you're gaslighting? And they're like, and I'm like, click. Because that's not the type of shit that I'm on. That's not the type of shit that I be doing. So I'll be damned if you do that shit to me. You know, it ain't happening. So this full moon in Libra is also about rebalancing where there's been imbalance in relationships as well. It's about rebalancing the scales of inequality. Whatever has not really fully been seen is going to be brought into the light. It's a full exposure energy. It is. It's like a lot of uncomfortable truths coming to the surface for this full moon in Libra. But like I said, it already reached its peak, so it's kind of over. But I wanted to talk about it because last night I had a full-blown full moon in Libra experience of it, and that usually happens to me around the full moon, where it's like the energy, like I embody the energy somehow. And anyway, it makes me kind of understand the full moon energy in a deeper way. And that's what happened. So I'm like interpreting it and translating it to make it make sense. Peeps. Full moon in Libra. So I'm definitely going to do a reading in a few here. it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be like, well, kind of inadvertently it's gonna be like full moon in Libra energy, but I'm not gonna do like what needs to be illuminated, released, or transformed, because actually I kind of want to. That shit got so deep before. That was crazy. I was like, that's amazing. I can't believe that shit came out like that. Grateful for the insights, because that's what earth angels are here to do, is we are here to bring light to things that really nobody wants to bring light to. That's the purpose, to shake things up, break things down in a constructive way. So that others can make it make more sense to themselves, But the reality is, we live in a world where people care more about looks than truth and approval and aesthetics and validation seeking and all that type of shit. So they don't want to talk about the things that make people say, I'm a lazy fuck. I'm gonna scroll on to the next shit because I'm so sleepy and asleep that this just really my brain can't withstand this high level of frequency, so I have to click off, that type of shit. But it's good energy, because you really, in this energy, to be honest with you, it's uncomfortable probably for a lot of people, because it really sharpens the truth to like a whole new degree. It's like, even though it's in Libra, it kind of strengthens discernment. So it, in that way, it sharpens your intuition and your discernment, like overall, like as far as logics and intuition. So it's like you really can't run from the truth in this full moon in Libra energy. You just can't. You can't. It's too chiseled. It's too obvious. So people, patterns, behaviors, ways of being, ways of communicating, all that type of shit, all the little nitty gritty details that make up the foundation of a relationship, that shit cannot be ignored in this full moon in Libra. If you ain't shit, bitch, it's gonna motherfucking show. To a T. Period. That's the energy, literally. And then you've got so much planetary alignments. I'm pretty sure in Aries, for sure, Neptune is in Aries. So that's explosive as fuck. Then you combine the moon with that shit, and it's like, ugh. If you wasn't ready, you ain't gonna have any choice but to be ready in this energy. Honestly, that's the vibes. 15:15 on the clock. Because, ooh, as y'all know, sometimes I share my personal experience of the full moon energy, and man, that's what inspired me to go live and talk about it, because this shit I did not expect. Because I was like not really paying attention to that shit, and then it just like hit me in the face. That's the energy. That's why I'm saying it like that, because it's like you can really not even be attuned to that shit, and all of a sudden you're like interacting with somebody you've been fucking with for a minute, and you're like, whoa, this person's so unhealthy. Like, they'll show their ass. That's the energy of them. Like, the full moon in Libra is like everything's gonna show its ass, you included. So, and I showed my ass, and it was like, whoa, whew, bossed up. Yeah, demanding respect. Absolutely not. Boundaries intact. So it will show you where the fuck you're at. That's the point. The full moon in Libra is going to show you where the fuck you're at. As far as relationship dynamics, are you on the right side of the scales? Are you balancing? Are you being fair to yourself and this other person? And who's really being fair to you as well? Who's really being true? That's the energy. And for me, that's what I'm saying. It hit me. I was just having a straight up conversation with someone, and it was like, oh. And then, Libra, an air sign, it's all about facts, communication, balance, like, which truth on the objective level doesn't give no fucks about feelings, right? It's business, bitch. So don't play with me. So people could be confrontational or putting people in their place too, based on fairness, integrity, equanimity, equity, equality, equanimity. I don't know. Pick one. Yeah, no. It don't care. The energy is like Libra, or this full moon energy in Libra. It's this energy of it. It doesn't care about being liked. It cares about being right or just, fair. It doesn't care about emotions. It's about fact. It's not about feelings. So, yeah, it's like it or not. Like, I don't really, it's not about that. I don't really give a fuck. It's not about opinion. It's about fact, objectivity, what is fair, objectively speaking. So, yeah, it's very straight to the point energy. Thank you. Appreciate the input. Yeah, it's like very straight to the point. It's all or nothing. It's not really debatable. Is fact debatable? You know, it's like, no. It's like, what is? It's very concrete energy. It's like people are really going to show themselves for who they truly are. And it's not going to really be arguable anymore, questionable. It's like, yeah. It's very matter of fact. It's uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. But it's, what's the word for it? Like, it needs to be, it's like indisputable. I think it's important to know who the fuck you're dealing with. That's what the full moon and Libra energy is about. Like, this is what it is, so what are you gonna do with it, you know? Okay. I have like a side note. This song keeps just popping up in my head. It's been going on for like days, if not weeks. I feel like it coincides with this energy of the full moon in Libra because it's kind of like somebody recognizing their worth, recognizing the reality of the situation. That's the energy. Because this song, and I do not like her, I do not listen to her. So, again, that's why I tell you, like, these are channeled. These are not, like, based on, like, oh, like, I heard this song, you know, just to give you a background. But it's that song, Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce. And it's like, somebody could be coming to some type of realization about relationships and the reality that people really haven't been able to meet them on their level, you know, that type of energy. And it could be like, with the rainfall, it's like there could be a certain type of grief associated with this, but it's kind of like, yeah, I guess, I don't know. There's some type of, again, with the full moon in Libra, it's like reality hits all at once, so, but yeah. So, it could be some type of tough realization with this full moon energy. Like, especially with the full moon in Libra energy, there is like full-blown clarity. That is the energy of it, where it's like, it's kind of an all at once, where it's like you're gonna start to realize these patterns, or unhealthy people, or people who are inconsistent, people who maybe you thought you could rely on, but it's like maybe they're fair weather or not really as strong or on your level as you thought they were. And I feel like you're slowly maybe starting to realize this or recognize this, but I feel like it's picking up, and with the full moon in Libra energy, for sure picking up, where it's just kind of like this, it's been a slow realization, but the full moon in Libra is like, it kind of hits you all at once. So, but yeah, I just heard that. It's been like a long time coming, you know? But truth and reality ultimately brings you peace. So even though it may seem kind of painful or heavy in the beginning, over time it starts to kind of even out. That's why facing truth and reality is so important, because that's really how you heal, and that's really how you become resilient and unfuckable with, you know? And facing truth and reality is, awareness is like the first step. And the full moon in Libra energy kind of forces you into that position of radical acceptance and truth. So yeah. Radical acceptance and truth. But the truth of relationship dynamics, the real truth, is coming to the surface. Discernment is going to be on point. And clarity, clairvoyance. If you're clairsentient or clairvoyant or claircognizant, that shit's going to be on point. Especially clairvoyant or clairsentient. So, the truth of who you are and other people is going to be undeniable, like I said. So, people who are fake or two-faced or hiding shit or portraying themselves to be one way but they're truly another way, all that shit is going to be exposed or brought to the surface. Or that's the energy of the full moon in Libra, is like exposure, and like especially like with anything karmically related, or it's all about balancing of the scales. So yeah, so it has to do with like closing out of cycles within the past 6 months, karmic cycles, shit like that. But yeah, this is all the shit I wanted to say last night, but I don't feel like I didn't feel like going live, so I just do whatever I want to do. So freedom is my main value. So that's what I follow. My intuition, which is impeccable. I just don't never ever miss. It just doesn't. So it's gotten ridiculous to the point where people cannot, like I said, full moon in Libra, I've had experiences where it's like people cannot, like they run but they can't hide bit type vibes, bitch, you know. It's kind of hilarious. But yeah. intense energy. It's really not for the what do you call it? Faint of heart or whatever, the weak-minded, whatever. Because really, if you're interacting with people and like you've been fucking with these people, the truth is going to come out about who you are dealing with truly on a fundamental level. And honestly, that's kind of terrifying when it comes to a lot of people because a lot of people are unhealed. So gratefully, I was shown that, like, man, I've come a long way. I'm very logical. I don't get emotionally triggered. I really just stay to the facts. Like, it can really show you where you are at as far as processing emotions and facts and, like, really balancing out the whole wise mind vibe. Like, are you in your logical mind, emotional mind, wise mind, that type of vibe, honestly, with the full moon in Libra. So after this, though, I am going to do, I don't know, I think I'm going to do either a full moon in Libra or a Cancer read. I don't really know. I gotta think about it. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna give a okay, you guys, I'm gonna give a little side note. This has absolutely nothing to do with the full moon in Libra, but I will say this. So, obviously, as I'm conscientious of a lot of things, I'm conscientious of health and what I eat, what I put into my body, health, shit like that, because I care about my health and my skin health and how, whatever, how everything, what's it called? Mind, body, and spirit, how they all flow together. And I was looking into it because I like to eat some, or like quite a lot of like rice dishes with like vegetables or like Indian food, shit like that. So I was looking into it and I was like, okay, so like does Indian food have a lot of like um healthy spices in it that are good for your body and your skin? And they were like, yeah, it does. Like turmeric and something else. There were a couple of cinnamon, maybe something. There were a few. Um, anyway, so I was just thinking about that and I was like, that's important to take care of your body. And I mean, that's balance too, though, because that can impact the health of the connection between you and yourself. So that's an important aspect of healing as well, is moderation and balance, you know. So yeah, I looked that up because the reason I asked is because like I eat a lot of Indian food and like I noticed like my skin glows, and I was like, why is my skin glowing? I mean, other than the fact that like I swear to God, I'm not throwing shade. other than the fact that I've like cut off a lot of really shitty, low vibrational, not shit people that that impacted like my emotional health, which then translates into your physical health. So that's why it's important to like really watch who you keep around you and keep your energetic and physical, emotional, all that auric hygiene clear, and do all sorts of rituals and things like rituals like saging, shit like that. Not like weird shit. I'm not like, anyway, doing shit to cleanse and shit like that. Um, and all that type of shit can make your skin glow. But I was also like looking into what could make your, what like health related things could make your skin glow, because I'm like, my skin is glowing and I know it's like for multiple reasons, but yeah, I think that's partially it. It's what you eat, you know, it's what you put into your body. So your body is going to translate that out and let you know how good you're doing or not. So respect and treat your body well. Okay, so probably at around midnight-ish. I'd say so, yeah. Around midnight, I'm gonna go live again and do a reading. I think either I'm gonna do a collective full moon and Libra reading for like what needs, like past, present, and future, what needs to be kind of like looked at as far as relationship dynamics, maybe. Um, Yeah, I'll probably do that just because even outside of the full moon energy, it's still important to look at is like, what do you need to look at as far as your relationship or whoever you're connecting with? Like, what needs to be looked at? Because that's how you like heal it, you know? So, yeah, I'll probably do something like that. And if I don't do that, I will do like a past, present, and future reading. Something like that for the collective. I also definitely stay tuned for the What's Keeping You Awake at Night reading. I'm definitely going to do that this weekend sometime, so stay tuned for that. If you are interested in getting exclusive access to like exclusive and early access, I guess I should say, to new videos on my channel, shorts, etc., exclusive content, shit like that, check out the membership perks thing if you are interested in seeing more of the behind the scenes shit. Which is still in the makes, folks. So stay tuned. Yeah. So definitely gonna go live again. Oh, that's why it's doing that. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this? I'm literally, you guys, I'm so glad it's getting warm out. Honestly, I am going to save up some money and plan a trip when I take time off this summer. Let me see. Oh my god. That's like in a couple months. Holy shit. Okay, so y'all stay tuned because when I take a week off in a few months, I'm gonna travel. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but now that I think about it, I'm gonna save my money and I may go, like, this is gonna sound crazy. I may seriously go to like Cabo or something like that. Um, well, I don't know if I want to go out of the country, but I'm gonna go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna like go somewhere. You know, like I'm gonna go somewhere, go somewhere. I'm not gonna just like kick it in the Midwest. I'm going to go somewhere. And I think I'm gonna research it now that I just thought about it. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Where am I gonna go? But like, I'm excited because like I already have money. So all I would have to do is just like save more money, and by then I could definitely have some money. So, all jokes aside, I think that's might be what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because honestly, you guys, I'm so burnt the fuck out. Like, I have been working nonstop, like 24/7, minus about 5 days off a year. I'm not sure if that's legal. um, but I personally don't give a fuck because I work virtually, so I basically have freedom all day, every day, and then like a lot like people cancel, so then I just like have all day every day free. Some days like I just see one person, some days I don't see any people, some days I see three people, but either way I have a lot of freedom, so I like for me it's a fair exchange because freedom is like that's what I crave. That's what I need 24/7. So, but anyway, on the days that I do have free this year, I'm about to book it the fuck out of here to a faraway land. Maybe just like Cali. You know, I might just go to Cali. That's a good idea. Let me just go to Cali real quick. I think I'm gonna do something like that. Obviously, y'all will be the first to know. So stay tuned. But you know, the full moon in Libra energy is also about karmic justice, you know, fairness for yourself, towards yourself, rather. You know what I just realized? This person, whoever was like parked here, like they left. So I'm gonna go over here real quick. But yeah, it's also about karmic justice. Like I said, like knowing what you deserve and recognizing that, you know, seeing the truth, finding the clarity in that, you know. Someone's walking out here, so I have to be careful. Humans. You know what I'm saying? Humans. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. If it resonates, if you think it'll resonate with someone else, check out the membership perks. They're cheap as fuck. You can unsubscribe or you can like unjoin anytime if you just don't feel like fucking with it anymore. So I get it. I'm an avoidant. Commitment is hard. But check out the membership perks if you so feel obliged to. Hopefully I'm not being too obvious, folks. Just kidding. I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm just kidding. Because I don't care if I'm being obvious or not. Also, by the way, I've been meaning to say this for quite some time. I literally snort on purpose. It is purposeful. It's not like an oops, she's out of control. Like it's a, you know how like people insert like commas and you know all those other fancy things. Like that's kind of how I look at it. It's like, oh, like this is a fancy rendition. You know, shit like that. So like the truth really be coming to the surface with this full moon in Libra, seriously. It's like the truth juice. Truth serum energy. energetically, literally. So look out for it. It'll last, like I said, anywhere between now and the next like 12 days, I'd say. It's especially potent between now and the next like 3 days, I would say. But the energy can still be reflected upon and may still last longer or linger longer than that. So keep that in mind when it comes to mental health and mood. I think people don't like really think about these types of things because, like, yeah, right. And it's like, well, I mean, I've seen the truth just spill the fuck out of people, and I'm like, well, and I keep saying, well, and then see that insert? That was kind of natural ish. But anyway, like, it's like, well, then you see the truth, and it's like, well, can't dispute that one. Full moon in Libra, hashtag, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Indisputable type energy. But I will do another reading, past, present, and future, for this energy in the next, like, I don't know, the following days, whatever. But yeah, maybe from now, just like, I guess they say it's like the full moon slash waning moon phase. So I'll do a reading based on that energy. Alright, y'all, I will be back in a few to do a collective reading. Stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Love y'all. Bye.